You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White sports fans, we need to go outside of Chicago here for this story. Folks, we actually have a school that has openly defied Title IX and Trump's executive order to keep males out of female sports. Folks, they have now caused an uproar in their community because the parents do not want the trans nonsense to exist in sports. There was actually a meeting, man, where parents actually got to voice their displeasure with this. And it got heated, folks. It got so bad that the police had to come in and intervene. Now, this was on a live stream. I believe the whole thing was like an hour. Now, I only have a little portion of it, but when the chaos ensued, they cut off the live stream. I haven't even seen it. If there's a video of that out there, I have not seen it. But I do have a clip of a couple of people voicing their displeasure with this. And it's actually a couple of females. And I believe, folks, they had a bunch of people that was speaking. And these parents were pissed. They didn't want this stuff to happen. Now, of course, you did have some people coming there. Oh, trans bigotry and all this other stuff. Yeah. The parents are fed up. They are really, really fed up. Now, there was something like 70 girls try out for the volleyball team. 23 made it. And also a transgender, folks. A transgender that's never played the sport. I'm going to repeat that again. A transgender, this high school, folks, that has never played the sport, got on. It got so bad, guys, I believe that that the coach ended up resigning because they were forcing the coach to make him or her, I don't know if it's a male or female, to actually put this transgender on the team. Yeah, this is how crazy it is, folks. Let's go ahead and get into this. Right over here on Outkick, guys. Trans-identifying high school volleyball player sends Illinois community into uproar. A trans-identifying biological male at James B. Conant High School in Illinois, who reportedly stands 6'4", made the freshman girls volleyball team despite never having previously played the sport, Outkick has learned. According to a parent, one of the freshman girls who spoke to Outkick, around 70 girls tried out for the team and only 23 made it, along with the male, to complete the 24-player roster. Now get this. In addition to the longtime girls volleyball coach, allegedly resigned her position, so it was a female, after being forced to allow the female, who is also allowing the male, I should actually say, who is also allegedly using a girls' bathroom and locker rooms facilities. What? According to parents on the team. And the female coach said, no, I'm not going to allow this to happen. So now she's out the job. This is crazy because she was actually standing on principle to not allow a male in the female spaces. So now she's out. This is crazy. Now it says here, over the course of an hour, 16 people spoke at the meeting. Some were in opposition to a male and a girls team, and some were in favor. The first few speakers all begged the school to intervene and remove the male from the girls volleyball team. I think that Trump's DOJ needs to look into this big time. This school needs to be stripped of federal funding. But this is what John Goodman had to say. He's a candidate for the U.S. Senate. He says, quote, if you want groundbreaking, revolutionary, inclusive ideas, start a trans league so trans people can compete against each other. But keep biological men out of biological girl sports. Protect our girls. Well, we know that's not going to happen. That's been tried before. Guess what? 0 transgenders signed up for it. because they want to compete against the females. The second speaker, Angela, identified herself as a parent of a girl at Conant High School and a high school teacher of over 20 years. She says this, quote, "You have a right to feel how you feel about your own gender. But when you enter a protective private girls only space as a biological male, you are infringing on the rights of those to their privacy and protected spaces. My daughter will not hide in spaces where she was told she would be protected. She will not be counseled into feeling comfortable taking off her clothes in front of a 6'4" biological male." Folks, these people on the school board, they need to be voted out. And I know a lot of people, when it comes to school boards, they have no idea who's actually on their school board. But I think we need to do more research on who's on our school boards, folks, because this is a school board decision right here. Those people need to be voted out. Look here, the third speaker, Vicky, alleged that some girls were told to change in the nurse's office if they were uncomfortable sharing a locker room with a male student. Quote, "You need to stop humiliating girls by telling them if they don't like having males in their locker rooms, they can carry their clothes to the nurse's office down the hall," she said. "Girls continue to be treated like second-class citizens. Good policy cannot be based on feelings that can change from day to day. Good policy is created by stable adults who have the best interests of all students in mind." And there was some people that were like pro-trans, but here's another thing, guys. About 40 minutes into this meeting, chaos erupted. Look here, it says the moderator asked police to remove a woman who was labeled a disruption. The woman claimed she was being threatened and refused to leave. A recess was called and live feed cut for about 7 minutes while presumably the problem was handled. Based on available information, it's unclear on which side of the debate the women fell. When the meeting resumed, so did the public speakers. One woman, Karen, said she was thankful that her daughter had recently graduated from high school so she wouldn't be forced into the position that the young girls find themselves in. She also delivered some of the strongest remarks of the evening. She says, quote, "Science says he is a biological boy and can never be a girl. This is not an attack on the boy. If he wants to pretend to be a girl, that is his choice. However, it is not society's responsibility to pretend he is one. It's not a girl's responsibility to feel uncomfortable or unsafe for the sake of a boy pretending to be a girl." Yeah. I mean, this is very disturbing, guys. So right here, let's listen into a little bit of this clip here of this woman speaking here. Let's roll it. Now she's walking up to the podium.
Good evening. My name is Karen Powers. I am a resident of Hoffman Estates, and my daughter thankfully graduated Hoffman High 2.5 years ago. I'm speaking tonight to support the young women of the Conant girls volleyball team and their families after hearing the news that a boy is being allowed to compete on their team. I'm disgusted by the way this district has dismissed the safety of these young girls, as well as the safety of the young girls on the opposing teams that they will be playing. I am disgusted that the district is robbing these young women of athletic opportunities, not only at the high school level, but potential opportunities to compete at the collegiate level. The district is in direct violation of a federal executive order and risks losing their federal funding.
Yep.
The boy in question is 6'4" and has zero volleyball experience, yet somehow managed to make the team. A longtime beloved coach of the girls volleyball team quit, and if she is here or watching, I have the utmost respect for you standing firm on your morals and values. As I look at the board in front of me, I see members with daughters of their own, and I ask you, would you want your daughter to compete against a boy who is 6'4"? Would you be happy if a boy secured a spot on the team meant for your daughter? Would you want your daughter to undress in front of him in the locker room? Would you want him to undress in front of her? Would you want your daughter to be hit in the head with a volleyball that was spiked by a boy?
Peyton McNabb.
Look up Peyton McNabb, who suffered a brain injury after being hit in the head by a boy with the ball. Boys are inherently stronger than girls.
1 minute remaining.
That is a fact. If you disagree with this statement, please explain to me why we have boys sports and girls sports. Members of this board, past and present, over the last 5 years have followed the science when making damaging decisions regarding the students of D211. Why has this suddenly stopped? Why have you stopped following the science? Is it fear of a lawsuit from a 6'4" boy and his family? I would hope that the girls on the Conant volleyball team are preparing for legal action, but I also hope the teams they compete against are as well. Science says he is a biological boy and can never be a girl. This is not an attack on the boy. If he wants to pretend to be a girl, that is his choice. However, it is not society's responsibility to pretend he is one. It's not a girl's responsibility to feel uncomfortable or unsafe for the sake of a boy pretending to be a girl. He should be participating in sports designated for boys because he will always be one. When do the girls in D211 get to feel safe, recognized, and protected?
Next.
Well said right there by that lady. Well said right there. Man, it's so crazy, man, that despite executive orders, despite Title IX, these leftists on the school boards still don't care. They're still violating the law. These people need to be arrested. They need to be arrested, man. The whole entire school board needs to be arrested for violating federal law. I want to see arrests. I want to see these leftists in handcuffs. They should be, man. But what do you guys make of this, man? This is absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.